Hey everyone, what's up? So I thought I'd make a quick video here. We're working on a 2005 GMC Denali. It's got a 6-liter motor, and we are in the middle of an oil pump replacement. So you can see here, we are down inside the front of the engine. So what the issue is with this motor, this is my son's pickup, and we're kind of tackling this together. But anyway, when he starts it up in the morning, it's not getting quite enough oil pressure, and there's some valve clatter, and the pressure will go up eventually. But anyway, what happens, or at least what we've seen out there, is that, so I got the old pump here. That's the old oil pump, and we got a new pump. It's a milling pump. But anyway, what the issue is a lot of times there's a pressure valve in the oil pump here, and I've got this one taken apart. But so here's a piston. You got the piston that goes, if I can get it out here, the piston that goes in there, and you got a spring, and then of course the cap. But anyway, a lot of times they say that this piston will maybe get stuck in here. It won't close all the way, and that affects your oil pressure. So I guess what we decided to do is just go ahead and tear into this and replace the pump. So we got the new pump here. You can see that's the bottom of the pump, and then that's where that's the pressure valve. And this pump, they go on the, unlike the older 350s, they go on the front crankshaft. Let's just show you where it goes here. Kind of see. Get my flashlight. So yeah, it'll go. Just go on the crankshaft's not on there very good, but so what we did when we first dug into this is took off the air intake tube here, and then we had to take the water pump off. You can kind of see where the water pump goes on there on the top. Here's the water pump. So we took that off. I also took off the front, it's kind of a skid plate, but it's plastic. And then we can access the front of the motor from underneath, down there. This has got the electric fan, so it doesn't have the shroud to take off and mess with, so that's pretty nice. Let's see, so took off the water pump, and then we take off the timing cover, and then, but before you have to do that, you have to take off the harmonic balancer. Of course, we took off the belts. We got all the belts off, and I forgot to say that. And so before you get the timing cover off, you got to take off the harmonic balancer, and I'll tell you, that was a huge chore. First off, the bolt that holds it on there was so tight. That was tough getting that off. I actually used my cheater bar here, and not my cheater bar, but my breakaway bar. And then on the end of that, I had a 3-foot cheater bar. So I had that, I had that up here, and so I had that leverage to get that bolt off. And here's that bolt. Now, so I got the bolt off. Then I needed to get the harmonic balancer off, and this is the harmonic balancer here. Now to do that, you need a gear puller, and I thought maybe I could use my, I have some gear pullers there. I thought maybe I could use that. Well, that didn't work. But GM's got a gear puller they make specifically to get these off, and that I think that number is, for that gear puller, is OTC 6667 or something like that. But I went to the auto parts store, and they have one that's for a Chrysler, and it's almost exactly like the GM one. And what it does, it's got three what do you call them, that attach. See these slots back here behind the harmonic balancer? There's 3 of them, and those come from the inside and grab that those slots there. And then there's a rod that goes into the crankshaft where this bolt went, you know. So there's a rod that goes in there, and then that rod goes into the gear puller. But the Chrysler gear puller had 2 rods, and they were both too short. So what I had to do is fashion a longer rod. Excuse my shop's kind of dirty here. I need to clean it up. So I fashioned a longer rod out of a 1/4 inch extension. You can kind of tell where I cut it off, and I cut the one end off. This one is about 6 3/4 inches long, and that was the length I needed to get that harmonic balancer off. So this is kind of the point where we're at. When you get the timing cover off, what you need to do is replace this is the crankshaft seal. I mean, when you're this far into it, you need to get all these gaskets replaced, because that'll seal up any oil leaks you got. Here's your timing cover gasket. I think this is for the actual oil pump here. There's some. This is a kit, you know. I got this at the auto parts store. So anyway, that's kind of where we're at. Just thought I'd make a quick video. Oh yeah, here. Also, I wanted to show you this here. Hold on. GM, when this is your pickup tube that goes down to the bottom of your pan, picks up the oil, and then it comes up and it goes into the bottom of your oil pump. GM, you can kind of see where that bolt goes in. Bolted this on to the bottom, or on the inside of the oil pump. And to get that bolt out, that was another pain in the you-know-what. So what I'm going to do is, there's a tab over here. See that tab? You can't spin this around unless that tab is ground off. So I'm going to grind that tab off. I haven't done it yet. So I can spin this around. When this spins clear around, I can bolt the oil pump, or the pickup tube, I guess. I can bolt it to this side instead of this side. There's 2 places you can bolt it to. So I'm going to spin that tab around. I'm going to bolt that up, and that'll keep your pickup tube inside the oil pump. So here's the bolt that came out of here. You know, it was on this side. My son actually took this off. He put some what do I call it, fishing line on there, so we didn't lose it down in the pan. That would have been a terrible thing. But anyway, so that's kind of where we're at right now. And so I'd make this video to kind of show you where we're at. And oh yeah, also when we get the oil pump on, we need to prime it. And so here's your oil passage here. What we're going to do is we're going to prime it, and there's a plug on the outside bottom part of the engine here. And so I need to take this whole assembly off. I can't access it from underneath there anywhere, so I'm gonna have to take this off. I'm thinking there's probably 4 bolts that attach to this bracket that holds your power steering pump and your alternator on there. So I'm gonna take that off. Melling's got a good video out there on how to prime your pump. So take that plug out, put a hose in there, and pour oil down in there, and that'll flow into your oil pump, and that'll prime it up. So anyway, that's kind of where we're at right now. Thought I'd make this video, kind of show you where we're at. And oh boy, it's been a fun project, but you know, we're saving probably, I don't know, $1,400 compared to taking it to the dealership. So anyway, thanks for watching.